You're standing there, and the walls feel like they are closing in. Your bank account is draining much faster than it fills up. Your phone won't stop buzzing with heavy problems that need you right now. You feel that tight, heavy knot sitting right in the middle of your chest. This is literally you right now, isn't it? You tell yourself you'll handle it all after just a really quick break, but that innocent 5-minute scroll turns into an hour of pure, mindless avoidance. Every passing minute just adds another heavy brick to the weight on your shoulders. You are not lazy, you are just paralyzed by the sheer volume of chaos. It is exhausting to constantly feel like you are one bad day away from ruin. If you are tired of living in this constant state of quiet panic, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up if this helps you gain clarity today. You think the main problem in your life is the stress itself, but the real enemy is that little voice telling you to figure it all out. It is the toxic illusion that constant overthinking somehow equals actual problem solving. It is that comfortable trap of waiting until tomorrow to finally face the music. Most people try to fix massive pressure by taking a few deep breaths. They repeat fake positive affirmations in the mirror, hoping the problems disappear. Let me tell you a little secret about the real world. Breathing exercises do not magically pay your overdue bills or fix your life. Here's what most people don't realize about handling massive pressure. When the heat turns up, your brain physically shrinks your actual peripheral vision. You get literal tunnel vision because your amygdala is screaming at you. Biologically, your brain thinks a literal tiger is chasing you through the jungle. But there is no tiger trying to end your life today. It's just a scary financial situation or a heavy personal crisis you're avoiding. Now, you might be thinking, that's great, but how does biology fix my actual problems? Look, I get it. That sounds like useless science jargon. But this next part explains exactly why your life hasn't changed yet. Let's look at the cold hard math of human panic. You have exactly 100 units of mental energy to spend every single day. When you panic, you burn 70 units just reacting to the fear itself. That leaves you only 30 pathetic units to actually solve the massive problem. Elite performers and highly successful people do the exact opposite of this. They spend 0 units on the useless emotional reaction. They spend all 100 units purely on the cold execution of the solution. Most people stop right here, and that is their biggest daily mistake, because simply knowing this isn't enough to stop the panic attack. But here is where it gets even worse for the average person. People always mistake panicked, frantic motion for actual, tangible progress. You reorganize your entire desk instead of making that one terrifying phone call. You are paying the procrastination tax, and the interest rate is your peace of mind. You are letting the sunk cost fallacy run your entire adult life. You think because you've spent so long worrying, you have to keep on worrying. You're trading your long-term wealth and health for short-term comfort. But here's the truth. And this is where everything completely changes for your future. Pressure is not a signal for you to speed up and frantically hustle. It is a giant neon sign telling you to aggressively slow down and calculate. The reason you feel so completely overwhelmed isn't a lack of motivation. It is a total lack of a solid identity when you are under fire. You simply haven't decided who you are when things start to go wrong. If you do this next step, you will never see stressful days the same way. You have to completely stop viewing daily discipline as some sort of punishment. Discipline is simply the ultimate and purest form of self-respect. It is looking at the chaos and deciding you are no longer a helpless victim. You do not magically rise to the occasion when heavy pressure hits you. You violently sink down to the level of your daily, ingrained systems. If your system is to avoid and distract yourself, you will definitely drown. If your system is to pause, breathe, and prioritize, you will absolutely win. When the pressure hits, you must drop the weak emotion and just run the math. Calculate the absolute next logical step and only focus on that one single step. Don't look at the whole giant mountain of debt or the massive pile of work. Look at the one single rock sitting right in front of your foot. But here is the part nobody ever wants to truly admit to themselves. It is actually much easier to panic than to take full responsibility. Panic gives you a very warm, socially acceptable excuse to fail in life. You can just tell everyone, it was simply too much for me to handle. Staying dead calm forces you to actually perform and own the final outcome.
It strips away all your comfortable excuses and leaves you nowhere to hide. It requires you to build a rock-solid mindset of cold, calculated execution. You have to build the internal wealth of a clear, unstoppable mind. The next point will really change your outlook on everything you currently fear. The massive pressure you are feeling is actually a massive privilege. It means you are finally playing a game that actually matters in the real world. It means you are no longer just sitting on the sidelines of your own life. The heavy weight on your shoulders is exactly what builds the muscle of your character. You cannot optimize your life or build real wealth while constantly running from the fire. You have to learn how to stand perfectly still inside the burning room. You have to become the kind of person who controls the thermostat, not the thermometer. So the next time everything around you feels like it is completely falling apart, are you going to let the loud noise dictate the rest of your life again? Or are you finally going to be the absolute calmest person in the room?